prior to my accident, I was to be playing. I was a football player, basketball player, track and field, and other sports, chess, etc.
I have disability because of polio, which I got when I was only 3 years old, and I'm from Kiangan, Ifugao.
And of course, after my accident, at the age of 24, because of due to a vehicular accident, I went blind, lost my sight.
You never know when you're gonna be disabled. Diba? Like me, I never knew. I was a young guy, you know.
Before I was a non-disabled person. I'm a dentist, and I just had a weekend in Baguio. So in Baguio, I met a vehicular accident. So now my disability is due to the injury of my spine.
I was bitten by a dog. Binigyan ako ng injections. After the 8 injections, I have fever and everything. Then I got paralyzed, just like that.
So it was really very hard for a person before who was walking, now in a wheelchair.
Maski na sino pwedeng maging disabled. Kaya nga, don't wait to help the disabled. Pag ikaw ay disabled na, madalas ganun eh. Diba? Tulungan mo na kami para matulungan namin ang sektor at ang Pilipinas.
According to World Health Organization or WHO estimates, approximately 10 to 15% of people in developing countries are people with disabilities or PWDs. So in the Philippines, if you approximate 90 to 100 million, then you're looking at about 10 million Filipinos with disabilities of different groups. Hindi kami humihingi ng special treatment. Ang gusto lang namin ay magkaroon ng pantay-pantay na karapatan pagdating sa edukasyon, accessibility at trabaho para kami ay maging kapahagi sa nation building.
And I believe that kung sino po yung nadidihado, dapat bigyan ng kapantay na oportunidad lalo na sa buhay dito sa mundo.
Let's take 72-77, the Magna Carta. That was passed in 1992. The implementing rules and regulation came out in 2000. It's frustrating. Now, marami ding provision ito, hindi pa na-implement because some of the provision requires implementing laws. Kailangan, isa sa batas mo.
Dito sa Kamaynilaan, meron na tayong mga accessibility features, no? At ang batas kahit papaano para sa mga taong may kapansanan ay meron na, pero kulang pa rin.
Kadalasan ang nagiging problema, hindi sila pamilya sa rudiment of the sector. Okay? Ang nangyayari ngayon, ang gusto nilang gawin is yung kanila mismong perception of how to implement it without considering how to implement it, taking into consideration the nuances of the sector.
Marami tayong batas na magaganda naman sana, but not properly implemented.
Sa pag-i-implement kasi, when people who are doing the implementing rules and regulation do not understand the nuances of the sector, they are bound to come up with something that is not responsive.
Kung dito sa Kalakhang, Maynila ay kulang pa, paano pa kaya dun sa mga probinsya, no, na lalong hindi nabibigyan ng pansin?
Pagdating sa mobility, that's a big frustration.
Marami pang kailangang ayusin. Like simple ramps na pinaparkingan.
Some of the laws, napag-iwanan na ng teknolohiya o ng panahon. I'm specifically talking of Batas 344. Yung Batas 344 is only concerned about structure. Nandun nga, accessible yung structure mo. Pero kung hindi naman accessible ang transportation, paano sila pupunta rin sa structure, no?
Yan ang tanong sa amin. How can you get here? You are good, we can give you work, but paano ka dadating dito? Yan isang problema.
Meron nga tayong elevator sa train station pero hindi gumagana. there's a lot of things na nagdi-disadvantage sa mga tao na may kapansanan. And this should be taken care of.
How would we cross all of this nakaharang? You know, you wanna go to the other side of the street. Talagang accessibility talagang is a big frustration.
Ako bilang isang may kapansanan, na bingi, nagkaroon ako ng frustration dahil nakikita mo yung level na hindi pantay para sa mga may kapansanan at sa walang kapansanan. Kita pa rin na malaki ang pagkakaiba. Andun pa rin ang diskriminasyon sa amin. Hindi lang sa aming mga bingi, pero sa aming may kapansanan. Halimbawa na lang sa paghahanap ng trabaho, sa mga job offerings. Kahit nakatapos na sila sa isang universidad, nahihirapan sila maghanap ng trabaho dahil, masulat kasi dito, disabled ka.
Talagang hirap ng may kapansanan. In livelihood, in accessibility, at saka talaga pati sa mga medicals.
Siguro yung na-experience ko, like for example, yung pumupunta kami sa mall, yung iba kasi hindi access para sa mga disabled.
Sa kakulangan po sa kagamitan, sa ginagamit po namin. Doon pa lang po kasi makikita na may pagkukulang po. Hindi po talaga nabibigay yung suporta.
Talagang panahon na ngayon para magkaroon tayo ng boses sa Kongreso, no, sa pamamagitan ng party list. At ito nga ay yung PWD.
We would like to advocate prevention, rehabilitation, equalization of opportunity. In other words, we also don't want people to become disabled. I mean, we're not in favor of that. So we will advocate the ways of eliminating, for example, blindness. Well, polio, for example, through the vaccine has almost been eliminated now.
We are the truly marginalized and underrepresented sector. According to the World Health Organization, there are 10 million of us. Now, name me a sector that is as large as that. Okay? So, kung talagang merong deserving, kami yun.
May kasabihan, ipagkaloob mo ang karapatan at pantay-pantay na pagtrato sa mga may kapansanan or PWD at ang tunay na pag-asenso ay maabot ng lahat.
Sa pamamagitan ng boses natin sa Kongreso, ay magkakaroon ng katunayan yung tinatawag nating rights of persons with disability.
It's important for us to empower the PWD sector by uplifting all existing social, economic conditions for their betterment. Kailangan bigyan mo siya ng rehabilitation programs or services. Kasama na dito, siyempre, is education. You need to educate them. If they're young, you provide primary, secondary, and then tertiary services. Why? Because, as I said, education is a strong equalizer. It helps people through education know what's going on out there and gives them a certain degree of knowledge. And as they say, knowledge is power.
I appeal to the able voters to put us in Congress.
We are breathing life to the constitutional mandate that the weak be given power, that the voiceless be heard, so they can be enabled to become veritable lawmakers themselves. That all Filipinos, including PWDs or Filipinos with disabilities, be given the right to vote and to be voted upon.
Suportahan natin ang party list, hindi lang po dahil para sa aming mga kapansanan, para din po sa lahat at sa susunod na henerasyon.
At ako'y nananawagan po sa inyo, mga kapatid ko, to go all out and support not only you, but please help us. Tell people and convince people to vote for number 10 PWD.
Panahon na para magkaroon ng boses sa Kongreso. Iboto ang PWD party list, number 10, sa balota.
Panahon na upang magkaroon ng boses sa Kongreso. Iboto natin PWD number 10 sa balota.
And I support Filipinos with Disability Party List. At sana po ay magsama-sama tayong lahat dahil kung mas madaming boses, mas marami tayong magagawa at mas kaya natin gawin.
We support PWD Party List number 10 sa balota.
iboto ninyo ang 10 PWD.